He told me the promotion was mine. He told me that for 6 years of cutting his grass, 6 years of feeding his dog while he vacationed on my time off, 6 years of a 19-year-old kid house sitting a mansion instead of living his own life. And when the job finally opened up, he gave it to his niece's boyfriend, a dropout who never worked a day in his life. Then he sent me a bill. This is a true story about a friend of mine. 6 years of broken promises. And the moment the tables finally turned, if you've ever worked yourself to the bone for someone who kept dangling a promise just out of reach, you need to hear this. Like, subscribe, and let's get into it. Growing up, my brother and I had a friend, I'll call him Danny. His parents divorced when he was a toddler. His mom chose an abusive boyfriend over her own kids. So Danny basically lived with us through high school. He never asked for pity. He just worked bussing tables, cutting grass, whatever it took. At 15, Danny landed a job at the local electric coop for a kid scraping by on tips. It felt like the sky opening up. That's when he met Ron. Not officially his boss, nobody could explain Ron's real title, but Ron had pull, and Ron saw an opening. It started small. Run by my place, grab something for me. Then it wasn't small anymore. Every weekend, Danny drove out to Ron's 100-acre estate and mowed the lawn while Ron sipped a drink on the porch, telling him how lucky he was. Danny believed every word. The coop moved Danny into night dispatch 4 to 11, fielding emergency calls. A real job. It let him work nights and go to college during the day. Ron never let him forget who'd given him the chance. Cut the grass, take out the trash, feed the dog. When Ron traveled, Danny had to move into his house and couldn't leave. I can't, man. I'm at Ron's. Dog needs to be walked, dude. It's a Friday. Yeah, I know. For 6 years, this was Danny's life. Work, class, serve Ron on weekends, and through it all, one sentence kept him going. You're gonna go far here, Danny. When the right spot opens up, it's yours. He believed it. He held onto it for 6 years. A supervisor job opened up. Title, company vehicle. Everything Danny had worked toward since he was 15. Ron told him himself. This one's got your name on it. Then Ron gave it to his niece's boyfriend. A GED, zero job history, zero work ethic Danny had ever seen. Danny found out through a company email. Sitting at the dispatch desk he'd fought 6 years to keep. He told me he sat there for 20 minutes, not moving, not crying, just doing the math. 6 years, for nothing. Danny didn't scream. He didn't quit dramatically. He went home, opened his laptop, and applied elsewhere using the real experience the coop had given him. Within 2 weeks, a better offer, better pay, real room to grow. Danny walked in and gave his 2 weeks' notice. That's when Ron showed his true face, informing him he now owed the company for tuition assistance, a payment plan, an invoice, 6 years of free labor, and Ron's parting gift was a bill. Danny paid every cent not because he owed it, but because it bought his freedom from Ron completely. Meanwhile, the new supervisor was in over his head. Missed deadlines, safety violations, complaints stacking up. Danny thrived at his new job. Better title, real respect, weekends that finally belonged to him. A year later, a project required his new company to coordinate with, of all people, Ron's coop. Danny walked in as the expert they now needed. After the meeting, Ron caught up to him in the parking lot, trying to reminisce like old friends. Look at you. I always knew you'd go places. Danny looked at him calmly. You had 6 years to give me that chance. I built this myself. Then he drove away. There was no dramatic takedown, no lawsuit. Just Danny refusing to stay small for a man who counted on him, never realizing his worth. Sometimes the most satisfying ending isn't watching someone fall, it's watching them walk away and build something better. If this story hit you, smash that like button and comment. Has someone ever dangled a promise over your head for years, only to give it to someone else? Subscribe for more true stories of quiet and justice. More coming soon.